Los suecos limpian el agua de sus procesos productivos y la devuelven al mercado en forma de cerveza. Más allá de las cualidades de sabor, de los premios y del mismo marketing detrás de este producto, nos llama mucho la atención que a través de un simple símbolo que es la botella, se puede concientizar a las personas sobre los posibles usos del agua y la importancia de no desperdiciarla.
Okay, my name is Chris Sturgeson. I was born in England and I started brewing in England. I've been living in Sweden for around 7 years. And at the moment we're at New Carnegie Brewery in Stockholm. Lots of people would be squeamish if you gave them a beer and you said this is recycled wastewater. This is brewed from. So we wanted to challenge those preconceptions. The beer is called Purist. We wanted to highlight how pure the water was. It's a style of beer that's a North German Pilsner in style. So it's very clean, very crisp beer. We use only organic malt, organic hops. So we wanted to basically accentuate the purity of the product. Traditionally, the brewing industry has been one of the worst culprits in terms of water conservation. Just in the brewery, usually takes between 8 and 10 litres of water to produce 1 litre of beer. And that's not even taking into account the amount of irrigation that it takes to grow malt and hops. The reaction to Purist when it came out on the market has been extremely positive. We've had a lot of media coverage and all the feedback from consumers we've had has been positive. They've liked the beer for a start, but they've also liked the fact that we're trying to draw attention to this problem. The main challenges that we faced when we were brewing the beer was the fact that the water was too clean. Strangely enough, it seems ironic, but the water that we get from IVL, because it's been so purified, the brewing process needs a few minerals and salts. For example, calcium or sulfate or chloride, small traces of zinc to give to the yeast, which are naturally occurring in groundwater. So we actually had to add some salts into the water to make it work. The purpose of the whole project, it was to draw attention to this fact. What we're trying to do is basically to draw attention.
I'm Christina Carmendi. I am the managing director of this brewery. I've been here since 6 months. I have a background from many years as marketing director or marketing manager, I would say, from Carlsberg, and a sales manager from Carlsberg. And this company here is actually a sister company or joint venture between the Brooklyn breweries in New York and Carlsberg global company. The name of this company is Nya Carnegie Bryggeriet. The Carnegie brand is the oldest brand in Sweden by all categories. It has been established 150 years ago. Since there's so much value in the brand, we decided to name this brewery after this brand name Carnegie, and that's why it's called New Carnegie Brewery. To be a brewer today, to be a brand, you have to have storytelling. And there is, of course, a lot of storytelling already in the old brand name. But you also have to fill it with modern values. And since we're living in a society where there are things happening all around us all the time, you need to have a point of view in many aspects. This is why we decided to go for this project, because we think wastewater and water shortage is a big problem in the world. And we wanted to prove to ourselves and to the community that even things that you would drink can become from wastewater. And I think this is more like a torture test for the consumers to drink something, a beer, which is the thing that's very precious to you, to brew that from wastewater is a very good test. And this is why we did it. So we fill it with environmental values, society values. The beer is perfect in this place. This is one of the best beers in the world, I would say, in terms of quality. And we have lots of experimental beer, but this is value filling into the brand. Well, I think it's fantastic that we can do it. I think that it's very important that we don't waste our resources in general on Earth, and we have to find new ways of recycling and using our resources in a much more efficient way. So for me, this is something that is like, it's a personal, very important question. So I like that we did this. I'm very happy. I know there was also a risk in doing this because some consumers and some newspapers always also we call this for pew beer, you know, bajsöl, because it's brewed from this wastewater. But I still think it was worth taking the chance and risk of doing it. So for me, it's a big achievement.